9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a minute.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
Better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose. Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a label.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt. Better say it with your chest. Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
What's up? We're doing all right. Well, I can't speak for everybody. I'm doing all right this evening. How you doing, Jess?
I can't complain. What's going on, EP? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Finna change computers real quick.
Okay. What's going on, Thirsty? And what's going on, podcast land? How you doing, Obadiah and Jamie? Rocky Holiday, Brooks County checking in. Welcome. Anthony White. I see Coffee County in the house. Welcome to the Monday night edition of the Friday Night Lights Podcast Show. I am Jess, and tonight we have Pedro. Tell everybody hello.
All right, what's going on, everybody?
We have Thirsty B.S. Rollins Esquire. And we have our EP. So we got the first round of the playoffs is over. And so we've got a lot of things to talk about with regards to recapping and what's coming up this week. A lot of good matchups. So we're going to get into it. How you doing, Mr. Robert? Yes, that's right, Jamie. The coin flip did happen today. I think the lower bracket won, if I'm not mistaken. What's going on, Kenneth? What's going on, Jeremy? I think the bottom bracket won. Is that right? How you doing, Mr. Myrick? Welcome. Said Grandma, I said hello. Oh, the top one. Okay. The top one. Okay.
Well, that's what's up for all the teams that are on the top side of the bracket. You know, I hope everybody, you know, had a good game, you know, this week. But as y'all can tell, I'm kind of in a serious mood this evening. There is an elephant in the room. That was controversy Friday night. And no, this is not about being a sore loser or anything like that. But I do have something I want to say. I'm not going to say it right now. Thirsty or Young, he's not back yet.
Mm-hmm.
But when I want to get everybody's opinion after I say what I have to say.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I had muted my microphone by accident.
It's all good, man. I know we're going to go through recaps and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I just can't shake what I witnessed Friday night. I can't shake it. And it's not a matter of fair loss or just suck it up and go on. This is not what this is. The name of that school is Savannah Christian.
Savannah Atheist.
Well, just follow me for a second.
Okay.
The name of that school is Savannah Christian. And what that coach, what's going on, Gio? Gio over there, he saw it too.
Yep. He was sitting right
What-
by each other.
Yeah, what that coach allowed to happen, what he encouraged to happen, they need to change the name of the school. Just take Christian out of it. Just call it Savannah Preparatory School. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And we're gonna get into what you got to say. You say you want to wait till later on to say what you.
Well, I didn't necessarily specify a time in the show to say it.
But I mean, I think it'll be better that once we kind of get into 3A. I think that'll be a good time to address it. So let me tell these other people hello. Yes, Rocky. If you have a number one seed, if both teams are number one, then the top bracket wins. But if you have a lower seed, then you're just gonna go wherever the number one seed is. What's going on, Danny? What's up, Christopher? My spirit make us lost, but I'm still enjoying the podcast. Well, we certainly appreciate you. What's going on, Antonio Wilson? Y'all got a game over in Columbus Friday night. What's going on, Mr. Fudge? I got to head to Augusta. How you doing, Gio? We're doing well. You're right, Marquise. You're absolutely right. What's going on, Tick? We took the L, had to preach Sunday, so I couldn't get on Saturday night. We didn't get on either, Tick. But welcome. How you doing, Derek Simmons? He wants to know, is that for next week?
Quarterfinal round for the coin flip.
Yeah.
So yes, next week.
Mm-hmm. How you doing, Miss Linda? How you doing today? Bainbridge in the house. Good win for y'all Saturday. Y'all got a big one coming up on Friday. That's going to be a really good matchup. Obadiah says, so if TCC wins this week and Rome beats Langston Hughes, TCC will travel to Rome. Exactly. And if Hughes wins, then they have to come to you. What's going on, Marco Polo? Let's see. That's a bit much to judge the school on the actions of a few. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say whatever to that. Whatever, man.
What's good, J-Bo? How you doing? What's going on, Andrew Weiss? Welcome to the podcast. Thomas County Yellow Jackets in the house. So, Thirsty, what we got on tap for tonight? Any hot topics we want to talk to before we dive in?
Well, we are going to address controversy from the Peach County and Savannah Atheist game. In addition, we're going to get into a tad bit of college football news that made some headlines this weekend. Mm-hmm. And once we get through all that, go ahead and I don't know if the Wizard's going to show up tonight, but if he does it, then it is what it is. But we're going to recap round one and see how he did and see how teams fared in round one.
All right.
Well, let's get it.
All right. So before we get into high school news, let's go ahead and get this out the way and off the board. Texas A&M and the oil money people down there. I don't know about y'all, but I find it very funny on the way Jimbo Fisher got fired.
It was really weird.
So for those of you that did not watch the game, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't, basically what happened was during the halftime show, or during halftime, they came out with a check from the 12th man organization for $160 million at halftime. Displayed it, took pictures with it, thumbs up it, everything. Second half of the game got played, Texas A&M won, right? As soon as the game was over with, Jimbo Fisher got fired.
They won handily too, like 51 to something.
Yeah. So here's the funny thing with it. the funny part about this is one, not only did they already have this plan to fire Jimbo earlier in the week, they got the money in hand, showing it to everybody during the halftime with this big check that they got for $160 million plus to buy his contract out and to pay the next coach coming in.
Yep. But I mean, the way that it's structured, it was still a. If I'm Texas A&M, that was a dumb contract for them to get in. But they got to pay him $19 million within 60 days, and then within 120 days, they got to start paying him $7 million a year, $7.5 million a year till 2031, regardless of whether he goes and gets another coaching job or not.
Yeah,
And they got to pay his staff.
Yep.
Yeah. Whew. And I mean, they got it.
I mean, we know they got it, but the problem I got with it is the way they went about it and did it.
Well, I don't feel bad about it. Let me tell you why. The way, and I know y'all don't like Florida State, but the way that he left Florida State and the way that he blindsided them and left them in shambles, it doesn't bother me at all, because he was pushing and pushing and pushing for these nice facilities. The donors gave in. They gave him that, but they weren't as nice as Clemson's. So he wanted some more. And the boosters were like, no, you're not doing anything. So what did he do? He checked out. That 2017 year, he checked out. He stopped calling recruits, all of that. He knew in September that he was going to Texas A&M. All of those the people that they were recruiting, they lost contact with them. So he up and just left in November, and they were sitting around trying to scramble and get everything together. After Dalvin Cook left, Jimbo was exposed, and Texas A&M was stupid enough to get him. And then when Orgeron left LSU, and they were scared that Jimbo was going to go over there, they gave him an extension. So now you on the hook for all of that money. Woo, woo, woo.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is. But I did find that funny. So I'm just going to pose a question to both us, the panel, and the listeners, our LLs. Sorry, Roxanne and Shantae, I had to take that one from you because that was a clean one. Who we think gonna be coming in behind?
Well, we know they pushing for not pushing because we don't know who they're pushing for, but there are people who want to see Coach Prime at Texas A&M, and we know that Texas money is longer than that Colorado money. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So that's something to watch right there. Another name that could be out there is Coach Swin from Clemson. But the problem with that is he doesn't like to use the transfer portal, and I don't know if that's gonna fly at Texas A&M because they want to win. They want a national championship.
Exactly. He's against NIL deals too. So you right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So that's how they got, and that's how they got the number one recruiting class in 2022. You ask me.
But see, the thing is, we know it's plenty of oil money out there in Texas. So you have the Longhorns out there that's benefiting. You have Texas A&M. You got all those Texas universities, including Houston, Baylor, TCU. They got plenty of money out there. They can get good players. Even Oklahoma.
Yep.
You know what I mean? To a degree. You know, but I don't know if Dabo would fit that mold or, the direction that they trying to go. I mean, because there's a lot of people saying that Texas A&M has a stellar roster. Jimbo just, he's not getting the best out of it.
I think his, sometimes the game passes you by, and I think that's where Jimbo is. Not to mention, listen, when he won the national championship, every last one of those starters played in the NFL. Every last one of them. I mean, he just had studs, and then he had a quarterback in Jameis Winston that was just, it was stellar. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he was really the man for the job. I know another name that they're talking about. I don't know if that he will leave, but they're talking about Dan Lanning. If it were me, I would go with somebody that's young and is innovative. And I don't think Dabo is that.
But do you
So
think Phil Knight is actually gonna let Dan Lanning leave Oregon?
I'm just saying
no,
that's what those are the names that are popping up. And Lane Kiffin, they bring his name up in everything.
Nike ain't gonna let that dude leave Oregon. But here's my question: we just gonna forget about the guy on TV that used to be at Florida trying to make his way back to the SEC because we know he ain't going to Michigan State.
Urban.
You about Urban Meyer?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I think at this point, where the SEC is now, I don't think he would be as successful in the SEC as he would say in the Big Ten. That's just my personal opinion. And even the Big Ten is getting stronger. Because the way it looks right now, Kirby Smart, Nick Saban, then you have Kelly over at LSU. You got Kiffin at Ole Miss. There's some good coaches in the SEC, more good coaches in the SEC than when he was there the first time. You see what I'm saying? Or back in the day, I should say. I don't think he would be as successful in the SEC this time around.
Yeah, I mean, again, the game changes, so you gotta grow with it. I don't know, what we'll do. Danny said they already got somebody in mind that they want. What's going on, Mr. Watkins?
But think about it like this: Prime would do well at Texas A&M because he could just recruit the state of Texas. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
He already knows the state of Texas. He coached there before, high school, right? You know what I'm saying?
He had his own school, didn't he? Or it was some kind of academy he coached at. He sure did.
Yeah. Yeah, he coached his kids in high school. At Rec Ball and high school, he coached his son.
Well, I think Prime could handle it, but would he leave Colorado? And the reason I say that is this. I think he likes the challenge of building that program. And if he builds that program back up to national prominence, that will be a tremendous boost to his coaching resume, I would think.
I just don't see Texas A&M going for Prime.
His tone don't match what they want to do.
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna look around and see if they got some good coordinators. Somebody mentioned, let me go back up because we just been talking. I've been looking at these combos, but the Glenn Schumann from UGA. I don't know what kind of coordinators Saban has over in Alabama, but he usually has some pretty good ones. So I don't know.
Well, the Aggies should have never fired Kevin Sumlin. He was successful there. I think they made a mistake when they let him go.
I do too. Let's see. I know this. Unless Lane Kiffin. Let me say this first. Who is the offensive coordinator at Texas A&M?
I don't know.
Bobby Petrino. So
you can start right there. If you don't know that man history, you don't know college football.
He's a quitter. He's a quitter. He quits.
Yeah. He quit on the Falcons and he quit on Louisville.
But one thing about it though, when he's dialed in and he's invested, he really is a good coach. You know what I'm saying? But on the collegiate level anyway, he wasn't successful in the NFL, but on the collegiate level, when he's dialed in, he is a good coach. I don't know if Texas A&M want to take that risk with him given his track record.
Yeah.
I do want to say this about Deion though. In my personal opinion, I don't feel Deion is ready right now to come into the SEC as a head coach.
Man, shoot. Yes, he is.
I don't think so.
Why
I don't
not?
think so, though. Well, for one, all right, you got how many years you had under your belt at Jackson State? What, 2, maybe 3 years? I think 3 years at the most at Jackson State. This is your first year, major D1 school. You ain't ready, bro. And
Bro, listen to me.
in the
Colorado's
Pac-12,
roster.
in the Pac-12, in the Pac-12,
Listen, man,
no,
that roster
you
is
ain't ready.
not that Colorado roster. Listen, the Buffalo
I'm with
don't
you
have
on
a
that.
running game. They don't have a running game. They don't have quality
No,
running back right now.
they don't
So I
have an
mean,
offensive line. They don't have an offensive line or a defensive line. That's the issue
right.
out there. The
I'm
thing is,
getting to that. So I mean,
yeah,
how can he be as successful at Colorado this year when he don't have all what he needs?
because my thing is with Dion, establish your name as a coach at the D1 level at Colorado. Sit out there and sacrifice the next 3 years at Colorado. That's giving you 4 years at Colorado to show that you can improve, that you can actually coach, recruit these players in, whether it's through high school or the portal, and you can develop them and produce a good product to put on the field, a winning product to put on the field. Sit out there for 4 years and get that experience.
Let's see. Tick says a lot of that top recruiting class has left the Aggies, which is true. Dante says Dion ain't leaving Colorado, not with the narrative that he's been spinning. Obadiah said the people saying since Tiston is looking for a coach, they paying all this money. Jimbo might apply. Might as well. Marco says every head coach needs good coordinators. Exactly. That is a major reason why Alabama is so successful. Because you saw what happened when Sarkisian and Smart and I mean, heck, even Pruitt left. Oh, just saying. Yes, David. Welcome to the podcast. He says Jimbo had a ton of talent at FBSU. Dante says Bowden's kids, not Jimbo. Let me see. Okay, so I'm trying to think of the timeline. He was a coach in waiting in 2011. They got rid of Jeff in 2010. I don't know. Maybe some people said those were Jimbo's recruits. I know Jameis was, but I'll have to go back and think about that.
Did you just say? Hold on. Hey, did you just say Jameis, the crab leg thief?
Listen, let me tell you something. That boy didn't have to steal no damn crab legs in Tallahassee. What happened was he got the hook up and it got caught on camera. He ain't steal them things. Let's be frank. Let's see. Jeremy said FSU was good that year until they played Marietta and them. See, that's incorrect, sir. They were good, but they were not as good as they were in 2013. That's when they won a championship. 2014 is when they were cardiac kids and they won by the skin of their teeth. And then they played Oregon, and then Oregon went to the championship and went to bed like they always do. Okay, so Marco says Glenn Schumann is the next young coordinator to get his shot. What y'all think about that?
I mean, it's a possibility.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, he's coming from a good coaching tree.
Let's see. Tick says it's gonna be. Oh, Derek says the documentary closes the door on Urban. I didn't see the documentary. Which y'all know what documentary he's talking about?
Yeah, different time, man. Different time. And then look at who he. All right, so basically, we're talking about the Tebow years at Florida, is what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, that one. Oh, okay.
So that was a different time in the game, man. What he had going on, don't get me wrong, it was jacked up. Some of the stuff, especially the mat sessions they had, but it was a different time because look who he had on the team. He had a preacher leading convicts.
Yep. They were good too. I hated them, but they were good. Let's see. Tick says it's going to take a strong personality to be successful at A&M. Coaching in Texas is not for the faint at heart. That is true. Dante said, what's a better contract than that joint he eat with Colorado? Cause whoever the next coach is, you better believe he will not get a contract the way Jimbo did. Hello?
Oh, we here. I was eating.
Oh, okay.
That was my problem.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was eating.
It's
I just
okay.
wrapped up eating.
That's fine. Let me read some more comments. Marco says Prime needs to get him some good coordinators or he will get exposed.
I can agree with that one.
Mm-hmm. Obadiah says he doesn't see Prime leaving now. David
I
Miller
don't either.
says, yeah. David Miller says if Prime can get better players and assistants at Texas A&M, recruits don't love going to Colorado. They would love the state of Texas. How you doing, Mr. Bird?
Better weather out there in Texas. That's all I can say on that one.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
Colorado is beautiful.
What's up, Bird? What's going on? What's up?
Tick says Prime leaving will make it look like it's all about the money, which would be a direct contradiction to what he said.
But he ain't going nowhere anyway. We all know that. I don't think he's gonna leave his son. You know,
No.
he ain't going nowhere.
No.
Deshaun says Dale McGee might be a head coaching job. He might get a head coaching job this year somewhere.
Okay.
I like that. I like that. Good observation.
Tick says, Dro, you're right. Sumlin was a darn good coach. Derek says Byron Leftwich will follow Prime to Texas A&M. Oh yeah,
Byron Leftwich is he's a good coordinator. Yeah,
I think so. Marquis says, you know how low down he did that Atlanta Falcons. He sure
talking about Paterno.
I wish Arthur Smith was that low down, but that's another subject.
They need to go ahead and fire him. It's over.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll get into that one later. That's a whole different conversation.
Obadiah says Mike Bobo.
No.
Ain't nobody finna get that man another head coaching job.
No, sir. Not at all.
He did a terrible job at Colorado State.
Yeah.
If he got one, it would be somewhere like Furman or Georgia Southern or something like that.
Yeah, he's a career.
He's fine where he is right now, being an offense coordinator, whatever he is. Just let him do it.
Yeah, kind of like what's his name? Gosh, what's the dude's name? Muschamp. He's a better coordinator than he is a head coach. So,
right.
He and Dante said, and that's the sad part. There's 90 other kids that also came for him. Let's see. Okay, this is all about everybody's talking about Dion and why he would leave. Kenna says all transfers will be stopped coming this year. Montega says Prime has to show that he can develop a team, not just players, but staff. Marco,
and I agree with that.
No,
I was saying I agree with Matt.
I haven't heard that name in so long. Where
Jim
is
Trust?
Jim Trust? He was at Youngstown State the last I checked, and I know that's been forever.
Yeah, Jim Trust needs to stay where he is. The game has changed. It's changed. Good coach, great coach.
So yeah, so that's it. Marco says Brian McClendon needs a chance too. So, but we'll see. And you know how it is. I personally think they already had who they had in mind. Because why would you do it? Why this particular weekend? Why not wait till the season is over?
Hey y'all, here's a name, and I know y'all probably gonna laugh me off the panel. Eric B. Enemy to Texas A&M.
You know what? For him to get that head coaching experience would be great. Here's my question. Can he relinquish or give up the offensive play calling and focus on being a head coach?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's my thing. Because he needs that experience as a head coach to get off that blacklist in the NFL.
Why is he on the blacklist? Is it something about how he talks to the players or something?
It goes back to his days at Colorado, all the way up through his playing time, and then thereafter. It goes all the way because when he was in Colorado, it was always he's a thug this, thug that, right? And then it carried over into the NFL. Now it's a stigma that's been stuck on him since then, and he hasn't been able to shake it.
And then you have had players come out and say he don't know how to. And now this could be because they have a lot of money and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But they say there are players who have come out. I'm talking about pro players and say he don't know how to talk to people. You know, some of them they want to put their hands on them, stuff like that. You know,
The thug, that's that thug stigmatism that's stuck on him. That's what I'm getting at. All that's folded into that stigmatism that's on him as far as being a thug and all that stuff. He can't let it go or hasn't been able to evolve from it.
It got to be some sort of character issue. The reason why he's
Mhm.
not, a head coach already in the
Yeah.
NFL.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this: I am glad to see his success outside of Kansas City.
Yeah.
I will say that
At
because,
least we know that it wasn't all Andy Reid.
and that's why I'm saying I'm glad to see his success outside of Kansas City. Because up under Andy Reid, it was like him and Andy Reid was calling it together, was doing it together. It wasn't all him. Now he's showing that he has the mind for it. He has the thought process for it. But at the same time, look who he's under, another offensive minded head coach.
Right.
Which
Marco.
which in turn will help him develop his play development skill, his playmaking skills, and take it down to college and build your resume up from there, and then you come back up.
Well, see that's why Texas A&M may need to look into, and at least interviewing him for the job. You know what I'm saying?
And he's a big name former college player too. At that, if I'm not mistaken, he won a national championship out there at Colorado when they tied with Georgia Tech that year.
They did. Eric Bieniemy, I'll never forget it. That's why I don't like That's why I never liked Rocket Ishmael. They kept talking. That's why I don't like Notre Dame. Like they always consider them, and then when they get on the big stage, they wet the bed. I can't stand Notre Dame.
I ain't gonna lie though. That 88 team with I'm showing my age here. That 88 team with Tony Rice, Rocket Ishmael, Mike Stoneberger, and the Bus, Derek Brown.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Tim Brown. Man, that was a squad right now though.
It was.
Shit, we emulate. Hey, that's what we thought we was in high school that one year, about 2 years. So that was a squad though. So I don't know what Lou Holtz had going on at that time, but whatever he was doing, boy, he brought him in.
Marco says, "What about Josh McDaniels? Josh McDaniels don't need to coach nobody ever again. I don't think, but that's just me.
Me personally,
I don't know if Ed Reed would be a good fit at Texas A&M. I don't know.
No. Ed Reed ain't got the mouth for it, dog. Ed Reed got to learn how to politic first.
Yeah." David says, "I can't wait until the season is over these days. Transfer portal opens in a few weeks. It's signing day for recruits in the first week of December." Yep.
Yes, sir.
So I'm ready.
Byron Leftwich would be good, but it's like, what's holding him back from being a head coach at the collegiate level?
Nothing. He got the experience at the NFL, so he'll be a good coach. Me personally, I think he's trying to wait to go back to his alma mater.
You think you want to go to Marshall?
To bring Marshall back to that prominence that Marshall used to be at, yeah.
Okay.
He'll be a good name to bring them back to the prominence that they used to be.
Okay. Well, that was a great conversation.
For sure.
Any other interesting college news before we head on to
I got one. Go Dogs.
We're gonna leave it at that, right?
That's it.
We're gonna leave it right there. That's the statement right there. Go Dogs. So, with all that being said, on Saturday, we got to go back to Friday night and Saturday. Man, there was some good games this past weekend. When it was some blowouts, and then we had some upsets, had some shockers when you go in and look at the score. Man, it was some good stuff over the weekend. and then like high school football though. So with that being said, what time is it? Y'all want me to go find the wizard? Y'all want me to do this thing for him?
Well, if you got to find it, you might well just go jump into it.
Okay, I just gonna jump into it because knowing him, he ain't gonna show up till 8 o'clock. Knowing him,
And Dro ain't gonna do nothing but cuss him out, considering how he is today. So yeah,
he do be looking for that Mexican fella though. But so we're gonna start off in single A D2. We're gonna focus on the AJC top 10, but I'm gonna roll into the full brackets. Okay, so hold on for me to show you what the brackets look like and what second round matchups are looking like. So overall, the Wizard went 9-0 in single A D2. No surprises. Everybody handled business as expected. Any comments before I move on?
I'm looking through it right quick. I'm trying to see if I see anything I want to comment on. That's pretty much solid right now.
Okay. All right. Moving on down to single A D1. Again, everybody handled business as the Wizard predicted. It should not be a shock after news came out about the Princess Avenue Christian game and the Athens Christian game. Athens Christian forfeited due to player availability, but overall, though, the Wizard went 10-0 in single A D1.
He must not have been drinking last week.
Man, you know him. I think I saw him after work, but I ain't gonna talk on that though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. 2A. Again, 2A played on Saturday. All games he predicted went as predicted. So he went 10-0 in 2A.
I'm surprised Northeast didn't score.
Yeah, I was just about to say that they got absolutely pounded by Appleton County.
Well, let's keep in mind that their leading offensive producer was out.
But you got to think about it. That's just one player, man. And I don't even think it would have made a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They dominated Northeast.
Yeah.
I think for me, nobody expected Northeast to get blanketed. But again, though, I gotta go back and I gotta reiterate, and I get your point. One player does make a difference for a lot of teams, especially in lower classifications. So knowing that, I forget the running back's name at Northeast, but knowing that he was out,
Nick Warford.
Nick. That made a big difference going into that game. Let's be honest. We were surprised that Northeast was able to hold on to their ranking the last 2 weeks of the season when Nick was hurt.
Let's see. We read some comments. Obadiah is telling y'all to rotate your phone to your left and your screen should enlarge and you can see it clearly. That's if you're on your phone. Rocky says Brooks had a good game. I just hope that it doesn't hurt us playing Dublin. I don't think it should. What's going on, Jabari? How are you? Dwayne said they robbed Peach County bad. Those refs deserve to be fired. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, Dwayne. Obadiah wants to know what Northeast record is. They have up until Saturday.
Going into Saturday, they were 8-2. Final season record now with the losses 8-3.
Yeah, Oscar said he expected Northeast to lose, but not like that. Rocket says the running back was their whole offense. Danny says, how do podcasts feel Fitzgerald will do from this point on? We're going to talk about the brackets in just a few minutes, Mr. Jones. My buddy Ricky Moss, how you doing? He said, can we be honest? Some players are one player away from having a doomed season.
Some teams are, yeah. And I totally agree with you, especially in lower classifications.
Yeah. Antonio says, Appleton whooped tail. They had a chip on their shoulder. Yeah.
Well, I hope they carry that chip for throughout the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, they got that was a statement win. I don't care what nobody say. Northeast has been tough all season long. They was like one of the teams that could have been a dark horse to even make the Final Four, and Appleton just straight demolished them.
Yeah. Josh Mills says Pierce County, Appling that is a tough region, Josh. Pierce County, Appling County, and Toombs, all three of them are tough. That's true. I mean, 2A is tough, period, to me.
Yeah. It's one of the better classifications right now to follow. I do agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
I told y'all that 2A is a beast this year.
Yeah. Tick says we were outmatched. The moment was too big for the younger players. I tip my hat to Appling County. They are a well-coached, disciplined team. Rocket says last year Brooks County was that team when their quarterback went down.
Mm. All right.
3A.
3A. The Wizard overall went 9-1. Sandy Creek Monroe area game is what tripped them up. Outside of that, everybody handled the business. But I think
The hell you say?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm good. I've been on for about an hour or 40 minutes at least, and I ain't been saying nothing, but everybody ain't handling no business. Don't you tell that lie.
Why you hadn't been saying nothing? You been
Well,
working?
I think the echo was still going on, so I just kept myself muted.
Oh, okay.
But am I echoing now? Do y'all hear echo?
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah.
Well, the atheist team didn't handle their business, and we got a platform, and I'm not giving them no credit to be moving forward. That shit should be blank in the playoffs from this point forward.
Well, let me ask y'all this: should I address it now or address it later? What do y'all think?
Whenever, I mean, you can address it at. I don't know. Probably we can get through these, and then you can address it. And then we can talk about the bracket.
Definitely after the recap, because I think that may carry a whole segment of its own.
Well, I got something to say.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me read this real quick. Gary says Thompson will take them all down one at a time. Okay, Thompson.
Now I'm gonna say this. I can't wait to see Thompson run into some of those other heavyweights in 2A, because I'm still sold on Thompson. I still think they're gonna be, one of the last teams standing. You know what I mean? I'm just still sold on them. I know some of y'all may not be, but I am.
That semifinal game is going to be epic. Thompson versus Appling. That's gonna be an epic battle.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let you think. I'm gonna let you marinate on that. And when we look at the brackets and you see the second round matchup, I want to know if you still feel the same.
You talking about Thompson?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to it then.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it.
Okay, so let me read. Let's see. Obadiah said, I know they're not ranked, but did y'all expect Thomasville to pull it off? Yes.
Yes. Against Harlem? Yes.
Yeah. Tick says their running back one was bigger than most of our D line. Well, damn. Paul says after seeing the game film that was on the refs, the wide receiver was calling a timeout and never got set.
Again, that goes back down. If you guys tuned in on Saturday, that was one of the, I know for me personally, one of the things I asked and brought up was if he was calling the timeout and they got a man in motion, why wasn't a false start called or illegal motion started called? On that one play to back him up off the 6-inch line. Yeah. So it's a lot of questions that's going on in the video, which when we get into the conversation, as we're having that conversation, we'll show the video.
Yeah. Josh says Thompson is going to be humbled against Appling or Pierce. Barry says, what's up, my buddy, my nephew? He says Thompson ain't the same team. Rocket says, let's go, young blood, blue fire. Okay. Um.
Hey, Jess,
Hold on.
Yeah.
I
let's
think
go back. Let's go back a comment to what Barry Van said. He said Thompson is not the same team. Now, let me tell you why that's a powerful statement from Barry. Because I looked at how Burt County lost to Perry, right? And Thompson played Burt County, pretty tough, and they lost to Burt. Okay, but it was a close game. So, who do they have in the second round coming up? I just want to know that right quick.
Who?
Thompson.
Thompson playing Toombs next week, if I'm
No.
mistaken.
Okay, here we go. Now that's a game right there that Thompson definitely better not sleep on Toombs County. You know what I mean? Toombs County is battle tested. Thompson is too, but Toombs comes out of a way tougher region. You know what I mean? They had the battle with Appleton. They had the battle with Pierce. They had the battle with Vidalia. You see what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, they did beat Appleton, didn't they?
Yep.
They did.
This year.
So that's one of the games that to me that's a marquee game in the second round of the playoff for 2A. That's one of the marquee games.
That's what we talking about. Toombs. Okay. I'm sorry.
So that's one to watch right there. That's a second round game, but it feels more like a third round game.
It does. Let's see. Ricky Moss says yes for Thomasville. He thought that Thomasville would beat Harlem as well. Antonio says Upton Lee is going to give Carver hell this week if officiating is up to par, scoring 23 points in less than 10 minutes. Yeah, that's impressive. Let's see. What's going on, Darius? He said we beat Trinity Christian Bainbridge, by the way. That's who he's talking about. We beat Trinity Christian 49-14, but they were moving the ball too much on our defense for my liking. Our defense has to play better against Perry. I know we can score easily, but I don't want no shootout. You certainly do not want a shootout with Perry.
Let me say this, Jess. Right now, Perry is on one. You hear what I'm saying? What's up, Pat Watkins? If you listening, what's up with you, bro? Listen, Perry is on one right now.
Yeah.
And they did Burt County in without their starting quarterback. You know what I mean? Now I know this is more than likely going to be a road game for Perry. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, they go to Bainbridge.
But that's going to be I don't think Bainbridge better not sleep on Perry. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, I'm sorry.
I have seen Perry in person twice. And when their offense is moving on all cylinders, it is moving on all cylinders. Now, I will say their Sunshine will probably throw at least one pick, but but their offense is so prolific that in the end, it doesn't really hurt them that much.
Do we have a chef in the house tonight? Please read it. Please read it. Please read it.
He said, let's not forget Laney also played Thompson tough. They only beat them by 14. Dro, do you have something to say?
Yeah.
To Lucy Laney?
Y'all give me a second. I'm ready. Let me see it. All right. Okay. This is very serious. This is not a laughing matter. Lucy Laney, I owe you a public apology. I've been dismissive of your football program. Anytime somebody mention your name, my blood pressure go up. You know, I have to take me some Alka-Seltzer, stuff like that. And they kept trying to tell me, Laney is good. Y'all put up 67 points in your first round playoff game. That's pretty impressive. So until, further notice, I would not be dismissive of Laney for the rest of the season unless you come up short. And I deeply apologize. For clowning Lucy Laney. I am sorry.
But if you don't go deep, he's coming back with both barrels. Please understand that as well.
All right.
It took
Hey,
everything I had to get that out.
I'm so
I
proud
need
of
for
you.
everybody to understand this. For this man to eat crow like that, y'all might want to screen record this after the fact because you'll probably never see it again.
I am so proud of you, Dro. Good job.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go to the ER right quick. That hurt. That hurt. I had to
I'm
offer a
clapping over
public
here for you.
apology.
Oh, well, how you doing, Mr. Bird? Welcome.
I am doing quite well. Thank y'all for
Now
having me
see,
again.
Bird, you came in.
Once he started talking about Laney, I wanted to jump on in because I told you last week, don't sleep on the Laney boys. The boulevard's hopping right now.
Well, it hurts right now. It hurt. My stomach hurt right now. I had to offer a public apology, and I'm sorry. Now
Yeah,
I
no,
can't taste nothing.
I'm looking at that receipt I kept.
Yeah, man. Laney, congratulations. Congratulations to you. Win your second round playoff game.
If
Please.
you don't,
I'm coming back.
So we going over.
Oh, they play Pierce County.
Yes.
Oh, where's the game in Blackshear?
Yep.
Yeah, it's in Blackshear.
Laney, y'all better handle business. If y'all are as good as you say y'all are, y'all better go to Blackshear and handle business. That's all I'm saying.
Nathaniel
I'm
Jones.
eating crow. You right. I'm eating crow. You right. I am.
Nathaniel Jones says, look at the stats when Thompson played Burke County. Ricky says Perry is getting exposed Friday night in Bainbridge. Okay, that's a tall order.
Ricky, I'm gonna need for you to show up Friday night for sure.
Obadiah says, don't nobody like Thompson from the county. I don't dislike Thompson. Let's see. Special team mistakes killed Thompson. That's what Nathaniel says. David says Toombs beat Appling by 3. What's going on, Mr. Connor? Perry is in the building. Let's see. Where we at? We're gonna talk, Jeremy. We're gonna talk about the brackets in just a minute. Perry starting quote QB coming back. I do believe he is coming back this week. I don't know that it's official, but that was the word on the street was that he would be available the second round of the playoffs. So we'll see.
Tell you the truth, yes, they shouldn't try to rush him back if he ain't ready with that injury he had. And they've been playing good. Well, the Spartan game was a little different, but those running backs Perry had, oh my goodness. My goodness.
Yes. Both of them. Yo, you on?
Thunder and lightning or lightning and lightning. Whatever you want to call it.
Whatever it is.
Back, they the truth.
Number 0 and I think 30. I don't know. But all I know is that it looks like he's in a big pile of just gridlock. And some kind of way he just goes and gets all it. I keep talking about it, but it's a beautiful thing to see in person. Okay, so let's go over 4A. I'm sorry, Thirsty. Go ahead.
All right. So 4A, the Wizard went 10-0. Everything went as he predicted in 4A.
Hey, before you go on, Central Carrollton.
Yes.
Central Carrollton. What's the news on them?
The baby school to Carrollton.
I guess what I'm asking, do you know anything about them?
Besides them balling like they doing, here's the thing with them. They have good quarterback play down there because I'm trying to remember where did that quarterback come from? Did he come from Buford or the quarterback they got down there came from a winning program? I can't remember if it's Buford. Yeah, down in Central Carrollton. I want to say he came from Buford. I can't remember.
Yo, do you know?
The kid that transferred out when Rayola came in.
I thought he went to Hebron Christian.
No, one of them did because you got to remember it was Rayola came in and his brother came in too.
The guy
So
from East Paulding came in. I mean, yeah, not East Paulding. The guy from East Coweta came in too. He's still in
yes.
Cooper. Yeah,
Oh, he's still there. Okay.
yes.
But they got a quarterback that transferred in from a different school that's making a difference for him this year. Kid's name is I can't think of the kid name. I cannot think of that kid name for nothing in the world right now that they got
What's
down
your
there.
age, Jay?
But man, I brain fart because we don't never really talk about Central Character, so it ain't one of those teams that stay on the front of my mind.
J.R. Harris? Is that the one you talking about?
Oh, let's see.
Harris. Man, now that name does ring a bell.
Well, I can tell you now. I don't know.
It could be. No, Jay Harrison. He didn't transfer. He came in from the middle school. He came in from the pipe system. But regardless, though, when you go in and look at the team, it's a well balanced attack. They got a well balanced attack going on down there in Central Character. But at the same time, take a look at their resume. They ain't played nobody.
Same
They
thing
ain't
they said
playing
about
no.
the Georgia Bulldogs.
They ain't playing. No, seriously. When I say they ain't playing nobody, okay, you got a 4A school. They beating up on schools like Redan. They beat up on Bowden. They come down to Henry County, beat up on Hampton, beat up on McIntosh. Had a close game at Northgate. Beat a Cedar Town, which we know is down because they lost everything they had last year. So Northville, you only beat by 10, which is questionable. And then, you beat a Northwest Winfield, Heritage, and a Hateville Charter. So the resume is not impressive for them. They've handled business like they were supposed to against their schedule. Bottom line is, and let me make sure I get this correct before I say this. Where we at? Their season will be ending soon.
Okay. So
Not
let
this
me.
Saturday, but next Saturday. Their season will be ending next Saturday.
Okay. Well, now let me live.
I wouldn't say that. You can't count out. Like I said, you can't count out Lovett. You can't count out Lovett. I never count out Lovett. Like I said, something
Well,
about
I
them.
got
Something about them Atlanta private schools. They got this juju about them. When the playoff time comes, they decide they want to start playing up to a different level. Y'all remember
well, I'm
Westminster?
gonna tell
I
you.
remember Westminster a couple years ago. Came out of
Well, I'm gonna
nowhere.
tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. As a hold on, what's the key word for a male graduate of a school? Jess,
Alumnus.
An alumnus.
as an alumnus of Cedar Grove, I have no love for Lubbock. Okay, I wish nothing but bad luck on Lubbock, and that goes back to our 2A days.
Oh goodness.
Yep,
Okay. Let me read.
I was back in high school when Lovett was a 2A school.
Oh wow. So let
Yep, you're
me.
showing your age like
I
me.
was in school. I was in school when Buford was a AA school.
You're showing your age like me. Okay, we're gonna keep it moving.
Yes. Let me read these comments about 4A, 2A, and then 4A. Josh says that Pierce County defense shut out the number one scoring offense in 2A with Ace Charter. Marquis says we're going to have to bring our A game against Toombs. I'm looking forward to that game. Obadiah says the Bearcats will pull it off. Don't sleep on the South. Rocky says the Bearcats have too much offense for Perry. Ricky says Perry versus Bainbridge seems like a quarter semifinal matchup. It surely does. It doesn't seem like a second round matchup at all. Deshaun said Mr. Bird tried to tell him. Okay, we're gonna get off of that. Let's see. Bainbridge will beat Perry. Dro, your presence is requested at the Appling versus Cook game.
Well, we can wait until we get into the actual brackets, but I think that's another potential marquee matchup, this week in the 2A playoff.
Taquez Forrest says the score already going to half was 52-6. Are we talking about the Laney versus Worth County game? Let us know which game you're talking about. It has to be, because if it was halftime 52-6, yeah, okay. What's going on, Elmo? How you doing? Now there is a conversation in the comments from Upson and Carver. I'm not gonna read those. I'm gonna let y'all have y'all's trash talk, and may the best man win. Baddest man hit my hand.
Elmo, what's going on, man?
Mike says, what do you think about Jeremy wants to ask Thirsty, what do you think about facing Big Chris? Possibly facing Big Chris.
Oh, they can come on down to Ellenwood and get baptized.
I could have told you what he was gonna say.
Better get by Bremen first.
Bruh, we talking about Bremen. Bremen. We talking about, you know what? We ain't gonna have this discussion no more. We ain't gonna have this. We'll have this discussion on Wednesday.
So basically what you saying is there won't be a public apology from you to Bremen next week.
Not at all. It's gonna be the same result as last year. What's going on, Coach Q? How you doing? Calvary Day is in the building. Jeremy says, I saw y'all at the game, but y'all were already hot, so I wasn't gonna say nothing to nobody.
Yeah, we were. I know I was mad. I was upset.
I wasn't. I was so cool. I was so calm and level-headed. And
do I smell cap? I smell cap. Is that cap I smell?
It is.
I smell cap.
It is. It is. It's definitely cap. Honey, if I could have gone on that field and body slammed the referees, I would have.
We're gonna talk about it in a few minutes.
Yeah. Tracy says Perry's running backs be toting that tater. They sure do. Okay. Yeah, this just okay. Let me read this one. What's going on with it? Ski, how are you? Cedric Beck, welcome. He says Lincoln County will upset Schley this Friday.
I don't know about that.
Yo, where you at? Yo,
I don't know about that, fam.
He's not on
That's
here.
not gonna happen.
My brother's not in here, so I'm gonna say it.
In what? In what?
Cedric, Cedric, I'm glad you feel that way. I really do. But I've seen Lincoln County up close. I've seen Schley County up close. I think the score may be closer than what people think it's going to be, but I don't know if Lincoln's got, first off, mainly the depth to go head-to-head with Schley County. So, nah, I just don't agree with that one. I got Schley going past Lincoln County.
How y'all doing?
Welcome, Wizard. You decided to show up.
8 o'clock. I was letting y'all talk.
We tell y'all to,
hey, you better watch your step now. I ain't in a good mood tonight. You know what I'm saying? Better, just get on with it. Just don't.
What y'all do to the Mexican fella?
No, don't call me that. You don't call me that. You just get on with it.
You said no. You say
okay.
8 o'clock, but we say you have to be on call, and you just showing up at 8 o'clock. We docking your pay, but keep going.
Man, I'm trying to replace that money I lost at the strip club tonight.
Well, it won't be replaced.
Okay. But 5A. I went 8-2 overall. I'm cussing Kev, and Ola. They let me down.
I don't know why. You cussing Ola?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be.
I know. I gave them the benefit of the doubt. My bad. I'm sorry. I ain't doing it no more though.
Okay.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, somebody said Harris County, was fool's gold, basically.
Seemed like
we'll
it.
talk about that on Wednesday.
But I will give you credit, Wizard. You did get the GAC Dalton game correct. because people were questioning you on that one. But you did get that one correct. So congratulations to you here.
I remember I didn't question him. I said I saw where he was going with the Dalton game. That was the one game I did agree with him. I said, yeah, I see where the Wizards going with Dalton. So Wizard, I'm with you with Dalton. I backed you up with that one.
Yeah, Mr. Bird.
Thank you, new friend.
But everybody else was like, I don't think so.
I know, right? I am right. Like 85% of the time.
Yeah, and then 15% of the time you're not. So let's go on
We
to
ain't
6A.
gotta talk about that. Why you gotta bring that up?
The statistics are all about how you look at them. You can fit your numbers to make it say anything you want.
Hey,
6A.
I did go 10-0 in 6A.
Good job.
And by the way, didn't he predict the Coffee County score to the number?
Let's see.
Didn't he predict? Yeah, I think he got the Coffee County score like to the number correct as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, look at you. He
That's
did.
pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, don't blow his head up.
Yeah, don't give him a big ego.
It's already too big.
Man, you know my ego feels the room.
Just get on with 6A, man. Let's go.
So I can answer these questions. So because we
6A.
got a
10-0.
question for y'all to answer.
We're gonna keep it moving. 7A.
7A.
9-1. Who saw Camden County beating Newton?
Man, I didn't see
I
that.
did
I gotta
not.
be honest. I did not see that.
I did not. I did not.
I just
Shout
want to
out
make
to
sure.
Camden County.
I wasn't the only
Shout
one.
out to the Wildcats. Okay,
Yeah, they-
so
Hold on, real fast.
okay,
Real
I'm
fast.
sorry.
I just want everybody to know. I went 95% this week.
Good job. See what happened when you drink less?
I don't like that clear mind, though. I like being foggy.
Okay.
So
You're
that's
sick.
just me. Now, the pick'ems, that's a whole different story. Yeah, 6-4.
It's all right.
60% on the year on these pick'ems. But I think I'm going to get everybody this week.
Okay.
I got some good ones coming up. With that being said, congratulations to Courtney McGee for winning the pick'em
Congratulations, Courtney.
for the playoff bracket. And for the pick'em bracket. So, this is how the leaderboard looks.
Congratulations.
Still not giving no money out.
So shout out to all of you. Let's see. Got a question for you guys. Jabari wants to know who can challenge the Benedictine cadets.
Nobody.
In their classification? Nobody.
In what? In what?
Yeah, in their classification.
I think if Perry makes it far enough, I think they'll give him a good game.
I think Perry or Bainbridge, whoever comes out of there, can. I'm trying to think.
I'm telling y'all, Perry is on one right now.
Okay. What's going on, Lee? How are you, married person, Bulldogs?
Real fast. I want to say thank y'all for having me. Y'all have a blessed evening.
You too, Mr. Wilson.
All right,
we
we'll see you, bro.
appreciate you.
Okay.
Your pay is still dots. Let's see. Dwayne says Buford was 1A when I was in school. Yep, I remember that. Demaris says, so y'all don't want to talk about them dogs. Demaris, that'll teach you to be late. We had a whole conversation about Thompson about
We sure did.
25 minutes ago. That'll teach you to be late. Next time, come early. When this show is over, you can go back and you can listen. Don't come in here talking. Don't come in here rowdy with your caps like you're running stuff. I'm telling you, you don't dictate nothing around here, buddy. Let's see.
Get him, sis. Get him.
Yeah. Lee says Lil Chris got to worry about the Mary Persons Bulldog. Okay.
I know, right? Worried about Cedar Grove.
Cedric said Lincoln County 28, Schley 24, Jenkins
Ooh.
County. Okay. So y'all ready to play y'all ready to do the play brackets?
Are we gonna do play? Oh, hold on. Oh, ooh. I want to ready for that one. We could do the play bracket. No, give me a second. We could do the play bracket. Just give me a second. Because I was prepared because the play brackets are jacked up right now for something else. So
we don't have to do it. We don't have to do it, Mike.
No, but we gonna give the people what they want.
They didn't ask. I just said that. They didn't ask.
It's fun though. So give me a second.
Okay, so before you start, are we doing the play brackets and the real brackets? I mean, what are we doing?
Oh, you know what?
I can't show. Know right quick.
Never mind. We can't do play brackets. I can't show play brackets no more.
Okay, well let's just talk. Let's see. Marquis says Lincoln County gonna be playing basketball next week. Rodriguez, welcome. He says Big Green County going to Bowden and putting the state on notice this Friday. Our defense is gonna shut their offense down. Cedric says Lincoln County has better skilled athletes than Schley. Obadiah says the winner of Ware and Warner Robins, if they're not on the same side, do you all think 4A will come down to 5A will come down to one of them and Coffee?
What Coffee's gonna win regardless. So why are we even asking that question?
Let's see.
I think we all in agreement on Coffee winning this year.
Heather says she's late getting on tonight. Welcome, darling. She said, have y'all talked about the Hughes Rome game? No, we haven't talked about that tonight. Wednesday, we'll be kind of talking about we were going to do the play brackets, but Wednesday, we'll do the actual predictions. So you come back Wednesday, we can do that. Lee says Mary Persons is going to beat Chris County by at least 8 points. Raditsky says Jenkins is at Dooley. That's another game that's close to me that I could possibly go to. Let's see. Montiga says he likes Green County's chances versus Bowden. Patrick Watson says Perry will beat Bainbridge. What's going on, Mr. Gary? Eddie Gary is in the building. Perry Panther. Javon says Jenkins will shock the state.
I will say this. And I know we're gonna get to it on Wednesday, but that's another interesting game. The Chris County Mary Persons game.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I'm thinking it's gonna be a better game than what a lot of people probably will figure it will be. That's one to keep an eye on.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of good games this weekend.
It's a lot of good second round matchups going down that should not be going down in the second round.
Yeah, that if I'm Mary Persons, I would not go into that game thinking, Chris County is down this year. We may not have that much to worry about with them. I wouldn't take them lightly. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't take no team lightly in the playoffs, though. That's the main thing.
Oh, really? Did you just say that? Because I
with the exception of Bremen,
so you have double standard.
Nah, I'm saying outside of teams that's gonna play a Bremen, you really can't take a lot of people lightly in the playoffs.
Wait a minute, I'm confused now because you just said that you can't take teams lightly, and then you take
teams outside of those teams playing Bremen, you can't take lightly.
So the narrative. Go ahead, Bert.
The only team that you could have taken lightly in the entire state when it comes to state playoffs of any classification.
Don't say Crawford County.
No, I was going to say Athens Christian because they were 0-10 and they still made the playoffs because they were in a region of only 4 teams, and they decided to forfeit.
They should have.
You got a point there, but I mean,
literally, they didn't win
like
a single. How many teams are out there that won like 6 games or even 5 games that don't get to make it, but they went 0-10 and we're still gonna get a spot?
Right, I see your point, but we can't let Thirsty, use his gift of gab to skate by. He gonna tell everybody that's listening right now that you can't take anyone lightly, but he's
with the exception of Bremen. With the exception of Bremen.
Shaking hands and kissing babies. That's what he does. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Obadiah says
y'all are true.
Obadiah says one of the games of the week is Rome versus Langston Hughes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go on and get into it. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do the brackets. Y'all want to do play bracket? We're gonna do play bracket. It's still the same in single A D2. We still got Manchester rocking all the way to the quarterfinal.
You good?
To the semifinal.
You good, friend. And that's the salt and sugar.
I saw somebody I saw someone comment earlier that they've already done the coin toss for third round, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they said the top teams got it.
For
the quarterfinals, yes.
Yeah, quarterfinals. That's it.
Thursday.
Yes.
Let's do the recap from the brackets of the first round.
We just did that.
Yeah, this is all in the one right here. This is all in one right here. Because this is showing everybody that won in the first round that advanced to the second round. It's just a matter of who y'all, based on the matchups in the second round, who's going to advance. So we already know Manchester's going to ride through. Sly's going to ride through in the bottom right. Y'all, are we still looking at Greene County coming out the top right?
I say the winner of I said the winner of Greene and Bowden is going to be the one that comes out the top. I know I said I wasn't going to think too much on it this week, but that game's got me. That one right there, it's Bowden's offense versus Green's defense. That's gonna be a heck of a game.
Joe,
y'all keep an eye on Dula County too. They tend to they tend to pull off quite a bit of surprises at times. So y'all keep an eye on Dula County.
All right, so
Cedric says Bowden and Lincoln County will be a rematch from last season to play for the championship. We have better linebacker play this season. So Cedric says
Lincoln County ain't getting past Sly. Lincoln is not getting past Sly.
I will agree with Cedric that Lincoln County probably has one of the better linebackers in the state with CJ Cricht. But I don't know if they have the depth to keep up with Sly County.
Yeah, Shalat would have to have some type of injuries or something to.
I mean, Zayden Walker plays both ways. He plays linebacker and he plays running back, and he's a 5-star. So,
is he for Lincoln or Shalat?
Oh no, no, Zayden. Oh, he plays for Sly. He's that 5-star that Alabama really wants bad.
Okay.
Go somewhere else, baby. Rocky says every year Manchester always has a bad game in the playoffs. Don't count clinch out.
I never count clinch out.
Paris says Dooley has some hard kids. I've been telling folks this. They have some hard-nosed kids. Cole Moore says they sleeping on TCC defense. I don't think so, Obadiah, but if that help you. Tracy says don't overlook Macon County.
Trust me, I'm with the Aquinas squad. We looking really, really, really hard at Macon County. We knew we were probably going to end up seeing Macon County in the set this weekend. So that one's going to be. I mean that one's going to be a good one right there. Similar offenses, and y'all saw Aquinas. Y'all know I love Aquinas, but y'all saw the Aquinas quarterback made it on the Sports Center this week.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. He
broke his finger, got a pop back in the place, came back out and threw a touchdown.
Ow.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yep. He
bless
ran.
his
Yeah, he
heart.
ran for like a 7-yard gain. He dove out of bounds. He runs towards the sideline. And his hand is up, and we thought he was giving us a signal. No, his finger had popped out of place. Like his ring finger was bent the wrong way.
Oh my
But his
God.
dad is a team doctor. Literally went up to his dad. His dad popped his finger back into place. They put a piece of tape around it. He went in the very next play, threw a touchdown. He threw 3 more after that. He finished with like
Who was that now?
352. Jim
Quarterback
Vernon.
for Aquinas.
Okay.
But he's going to be very sore this weekend, though. He's going to be that hand is going to be very sore.
Well, some tell me his daddy gonna give him some injection that'll help him a little bit.
Okay, so who we going with? Macon County or Aquinas is going to get to the quarterfinal? This one ain't for the panel. This is for the fans. This is for the LLs. This is for our LLs. LLs, lower listeners. Macon County or Aquinas to the semifinals.
My opinion
What?
is biased, so y'all take this one.
And I'm not a prognosticator, so I don't know.
I'm not sleeping on Portal. I see a lot of people in the comments talking about Portal. Portal's got a good team. I ain't gonna lie either. But
That's
I
gonna be
still think
the
Where's the game
I-
being
I-
played?
the game is at Aquinas. The game, well, remember, it's not really at Aquinas. Aquinas' stadium is being redone, so they're playing. It's in Augusta, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to do this to make it kind of, but since the game is on the road, I may have to give it to Aquinas now.
Now,
What
I will say this though: Macon County is still a good team. I think they still would have beaten them. But Christian Heritage, if they had 1 or 2 more athletes other than their quarterback, that game would have been a hell of a lot closer. But Christian Heritage was just a quarterback.
Looks like Aquinas got the nod for that.
Yeah.
What's going on, Shaq Peaks? He said Big Green County exit number 130. How you doing, Daniel James?
Shaq, I'm with you on that. Region 8 all the way. I'm rooting for the Borough boys.
And you know what? This conversation don't even matter. Slot County gonna win single A D1 D2 anyway. All right,
We just
moving on.
wasted time and we're thirsty.
D1. D1. It's all PAC in D1. Everybody else is just playing for second place.
Let's go through these brackets now and give these people the respect. Now.
Okay, we can give them respect, but PAC gonna win this thing. All right, who coming out the top rank?
I'm still rolling with Swainsboro.
Okay, what do you say to podcast land? Y'all like Swainsboro?
Yeah.
PAC Dublin for the ship. No. I don't know that Dublin gets past Brooks County.
For Dwayne Little's sake, they better Brooks County better get past Dublin.
Barry says he likes Rabin, the borough. So I'm assuming you mean Portal, Herbie.
For Brandon Thomas' sake, Dublin better get past Brooks County. So either way, somebody gonna lose.
So we kind of stuck on that. We stuck on this bottom right bracket.
Yeah, they like Rabin at the top right here. I think I see
Raven ain't Raven, so but still okay.
Raven's still good, but they ain't been the same since Gunnar Stockton played QB. So
me personally, I'm riding with Dublin. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm with the Irish.
Okay, so
I have a Swainsboro Dublin rematch in the semifinals with Swainsboro getting the better end of the deal this time.
Okay, so
it don't matter though. PAC still gonna win.
Yeah, PAC is gonna take it.
So wait a minute, we see Dublin.
Aaron Philo and that offense is just too powerful.
What happened? Didn't they play Mary Person earlier this year?
Who?
PAC.
They did.
Yeah.
So what happened to the offense against Mary Person?
It was on the sideline.
So Mary Person controlled the clock. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Didn't they beat them by wasn't it like 35?
They blew out PAC.
Yeah.
They blew
them out.
Mary Persons beat PAC, blew them out, beat them by I think 3 touchdowns.
45.
That is concerning.
45-28.
No, It ain't concerning because they won't see another running back like that in the playoffs. Who has another running back in D1 like Mayor Persons?
Maybe not, but what I'm saying is the athletes that Mayor Press brought, Swainsboro, may offer a potent challenge, even Dublin.
What's
For
going,
that, we'll see.
What's going on, Coach Kinsler? Bleckley County coach in the house. He said y'all sleeping on Bleckley County.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Bleckley County is a good team this year. No, we're not. We're not sleeping.
They just gonna lose to PAC. Sorry. That's all that is. They just gonna lose to PAC.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That Mayor Person lost. Mayor Person gave everybody a blueprint on how to beat PAC.
Oh, look at that. Somebody, Alex just said in the comments, Prince Avenue had 4 turnovers in the red zone against Mary Persons.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, that's what happened. They had 4 turnovers in the red zone.
Okay, I see. So if it wasn't for the turnover, they probably would have beaten Mary Person. That's 28 points, right?
Yeah.
28-40. Yeah, the score was 45-28.
So 28 and 28 is what, 56?
Yep.
Montiga says don't sleep on Commerce.
We ain't sleeping on Commerce.
No, we ain't sleeping on Commerce. We got Commerce in the Final Four, but they're gonna lose to PAC.
And you can't really even at that point, you can't count that as a home or away game. I mean, Commerce is literally right down the road from PAC, so it ain't gonna be a traveling thing as well. So distance won't be a problem for anybody.
Let's see. Rocky says Brooks is firing on all cylinders. So just know that. He also says that Chris Cole has run for almost 1,000 yards in the last 4 games. Lee says turnovers are a part of the game. There's when we get to 4A, I'm gonna read what you said about Perry's coach. So let's see. That's right. If was a 5th, we'd all be drunk as hell. That's right, Roscoe. And if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, oh, what a wonderful Christmas.
We're not doing this. No. That's funny. That's in my and that is in my book too, by the way, in my memoir.
Okay. Let's go with 2A.
I think we're all looking at Fitzgerald going to the semifinals in the top left.
So we are overlooking Spencer
and Callaway.
I would say I'm on the Callaway train right now.
Yeah, Callaway. Yeah, so we overlooking them. Is that what you're saying?
Okay. So y'all want to go with Callaway?
You don't have to be racing. I'm just asking you a question. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm asking for y'all input. We know Fitzgerald been up and down, and Fitzgerald got a lot of folks questioning their football plans right now. So, but that's why I'm asking y'all. At the end of the day, we already know who's gonna be in this thing.
Tick says Spencer will beat Fitzgerald. He's seen both of them. So
you got to think did Northeast beat Fitzgerald this year?
Northeast beat Fitzgerald and Spencer beat Northeast.
All right, man.
Yeah, I see y'all went ahead and put Pierce County. Look, I'm kind of with y'all, but don't sleep on Fellowship. I'm high on the Fellowship train right now.
You think they can take down Pierce County?
Well, the thing is, it all depends on where that game is played at.
Yes,
and that game is going to be played in Pierce. That game going to be the game is going to be played in Pierce.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, I forgot about I'm thinking further ahead. Yeah, so it's going to be at Pierce in Blackshear.
But Pierce got to get by Laney first, right?
Drew, we know you fool, but I'm gonna take this one for you. Okay, we're talking about Lucy Laney.
But wait a minute now. See now
I'm trying to help you out, so you ain't got to eat crow next week. I'm trying to help you out, Drew.
Obadiah says, "Watch out for Cook." That's all I'm saying. Roscoe says Pierce versus Thompson in the championship. Barry says Fellowship will be coming to Pierce. Lee says Thompson is gonna win 2A. Roscoe likes Cook over Applin. Obadiah says y'all are sleeping on the 229.
Who down in who in the 229 that we sleeping on?
Cook.
Well, I haven't even got to that game yet, but I'm gonna say this. Laney, Pierce County, Fellowship Christian. That those seem to be three dangerous teams right now. You know, in that quadrant down there. What do y'all think?
Mm-hmm.
Pierce County.
Jeremy says, I'm telling you, Dro, if Laney loses Friday, I won't comment in the group until next season. Come on, Laney.
Lies, you tell him.
That's a bold
hold on.
No, he's saying he won't comment under this profile. But Jeremy, he won't comment under this profile. He got 5.
Okay, shit.
You know what? I'm from the 706. I love the Boulevard and I love Lucy Laney. I really do. But I just
Can you tell us a little bit more about Lucy Laney? What don't we know about them? What makes them a good team this season?
I would say the most powerful part of their team is their offense, but their defense has also thrown out a couple of shutouts. Or some people are saying they've thrown a couple of shutouts. I'm like, no, go look at the schedule. The teams they've shut out is Josie, West Side, and Glen Hills. Anybody, Glasscock could shut out Josie. Glasscock could shut out Glen Hills. So Laney's offense is what keeps them there. That receiver, that CJ Holmes. That's probably their best player on the team. He is lightning quick. He's probably one of the fastest kids I've ever seen. But I just don't know if they have the endurance to go up against a Pierce County, especially on the road. That's a long trip from 706 to Blackshear.
How is the receiver able to make plays? I mean, how is their quarterback? Is he average? Is he good? Is he below average? What is he?
He's shifty. He's very, very shifty. He can get out of a lot of pressure. And then, like I said, CJ Holmes is very, very, very quick. He's basically a slot receiver. They move him in motion a lot. They'll move him around. He doesn't just go in one spot every single time. They'll move him where they know he's going to be the most successful. So they'll put him at a slot receiver. They'll put him on the outside. They'll put him in motion. They'll put him anywhere they can to get him in space. And their quarterback is very shifty. So if he gets space, Holmes is going to get open. That's how he reminds me of a Lab McConkey, kind of what Lab McConkey did to Ole Miss over the weekend. He's gonna break some ankles. He's gonna get in open space. Okay, but so, he's really the best receiver they have. So if Pierce County puts him in double coverage, then he's in trouble. Then they'll be in trouble.
Okay, so I'm asking. I know you said the quarterback is shifted. What I'm asking is the quarterback, is he good enough to buy time in the pocket or give himself time to go through his reads, make plays, all that kind of stuff? I know you say shifted. So is he average, below average, good? What is he?
I say he's pretty much average. Like he's not a 4-star kind of quarterback. I'll say that.
Man, you asking the wrong question, bro.
What question should I ask?
Here's the question. Who has the better who has better quarterback play? Laney or Pierce County?
Okay,
Pierce County.
It's Pierce County. And it's Pierce County.
Listen to me, man. Well, I'm talking about Laney right now because I'm trying to learn a little bit more about them. That's why I'm asking specific questions about them. You know what I mean? What's their running game like?
They rely more heavily on the passing game than the running game for sure.
Okay, so that one
because here it is. Because getting tongue tied all over here. So basically, CJ Holmes leads in receiving yards, but he also averages, I believe he averages like 134 yards a game in rushing as well. So they'll put him everywhere.
So is Laney one-dimensional on offense?
I'd say they're one player. So put it this way. CJ Holmes has had 86 carries on offense. But he also leads the team in receiving as well. So He basically is the one player they have. He's probably the best player they have. He does everything.
Okay, so they would have to rely on him to get himself open in order to have a change.
Like I said, he needs to get in space. If he doesn't get in space, Laney won't win. Laney won't even make a dent if they don't get him in space. That's a better way of putting it. If Holmes don't get open or don't get in space, Pierce, they ain't gonna make a dent. They won't make a game.
That don't sound too good.
No.
I mean,
I said Laney was good. I said last week Laney was good enough to beat Ward County. I didn't say they're good enough to beat Pierce County.
I'm beginning to regret the public apology now.
No, I got you, Drew. I got you this week. Okay? I got you back this week. Because I'm not eating no crow next week.
Okay.
All right, let me read some of these comments.
And also, Pierce County does have that battle-tested X factor. They play in a much, much tougher region than Laney does. Laney's got Thompson. We all know that. But outside of Thompson, that region definitely ain't the best.
So let's see. Danny says Callaway is playing consistently this year on all cylinders. Marquise says Toombs County versus Thompson. Toombs has him worried. Jamar Stokes says the championship is coming out of 9-1-2. Anthony Poole says Cook didn't show him anything. Let's see. Josh says look at Pierce's schedule. Marquise says my 15-year-old daughter can beat Josie by herself. Dang.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, they shut out Josie and Glen Hills and West Side. That's what I'm saying. That region away from Thompson, that region is weak. I love the 706, but that region is weak.
Gotcha. Well, that's that on that, people. You heard that. Lee says, thank y'all for doing this podcast. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you. So okay, let's see. Dwayne says y'all sleep on Brooks. We're young, but we're balling right now. We're gonna be hard to put out. CJ and GJ are gonna be hard to stop, and that QB1 is dropping dimes. I hear you, Dwayne. I hear you. Welcome to the podcast, Calvin Wright, Greensboro, Georgia, exit 130. Let's see. Okay, we can go on to the next one.
All right. We already did 2A, 3A.
Martin says you take Booby and CJ off Laney's squad, you wouldn't hear anything about Laney. Just being honest. Okay.
Yeah, fine. So give me a second. I gotta fix this. But anyway, let's go. What was that? 3A. So this is how 3A fared up last week. Scores and stuff. So that way you got an idea of the match. You see what the matchups are in the second round. Any comment, Joe? You want to go ahead and get your spit? You want to go ahead and make your comment for the night?
Yeah, I can go ahead and do it. It's 8:40 anyways. We 20 minutes before the top of the hour. I don't want to be interrupted. With that said,
on mute.
This is serious. I was there Friday night. Watched that game. Peace County did not play well in the first half on offense, admittedly. Second half was a different story. It ended up being an entertaining game, a thriller, so to speak. Those boys worked their behinds off. The end of regulation, they came up with a big interception to send the game into overtime. It was almost a pick six. Baker Woodward is the head coach of Savannah Christian. He did a phone interview, and he said That was probably the best high school game I've ever been a part of. Peach County came here with 4 buses and 90-something players. We have like 54, but we found a way to win. The last part of that comment, we found a way to win. You know what that way to win was? That way to win was cheating Peach County in overtime, number 4. The game went to 4 overtime. That's right, I said cheated. The way to win was to take the cowardly way out. They denied Peach County the opportunity to win that game after they successfully stopped Savannah Christian on the goal line 4 times in that 4th overtime. They stopped them 4 times, denied them the end zone. What happened? Before the ball was snapped on that 4th and goal. Now, more information has come out later. But what I saw was the wide receiver from Savannah Christian was trying to, he was calling for a timeout. He was jumping around, waving his arm, all that kind of stuff. The side judge closest to him did not give him the timeout. The head referee, the white hat, looked back at him when he was waving his arm, didn't give him the timeout. None of the other officials gave him the timeout. Play was allowed to resume. As you can see here, Peach County stopped the quarterback sneak. The ball never broke the plane. Possession should have gone over to Peach County. Now, I don't know if they should have received the ball right there on the 1-yard line, but the officials spotted the ball at the 15-yard line. Peach County was getting ready to come out on offense. The defense of Savannah Christian was getting ready to come out. What happened? The coach went to the officials. He said something to him. The officials respotted the ball from the 15-yard line back to the 1-yard line, essentially giving Savannah Christian a 5th down try. And as we know, Savannah Christian ended up scoring on that try. Peach County came back and scored on that opportunity, but failed the 2-point conversion and the game ended. What was so bad about that? Because Peach County rightfully was supposed to receive possession to try to win the game, not to try to tie the game and take it into a 5th overtime. That coach cheated those boys. I saw the pain in their faces. It was a different pain. Totally different from losing a game fair and square. Those kids knew they had been robbed of that opportunity. And I know Coach Westbrook and maybe even some of the other coaches on the staff would take the high road. But if you go back, which it's impossible now to listen to the broadcast unless you join our group page and see it there. Even their own commentators, Savannah Christian's commentators, was confused about what was going on. They were confused about why Savannah Christian was receiving another opportunity to score from the goal line after they had been successfully stopped on 4th down. The message you sent to your kids, Coach Woodward, was it's okay to cheat, because that's exactly what happened. Unless someone can tell me right now a reasonable explanation as to why Peach County did not receive possession when they should have, I'm all ears. Tell me right now. Because as far as I'm concerned, Savannah Christian does not deserve to be playing this week. Those officials don't deserve to call another game the rest of this season, maybe not even next season. That was horrible to rob those kids like that. That game changed from being a potential blowout to being a thriller in the second half and overtime. I mean,
See,
both teams was giving
that's the
it
question.
all.
That's the
No,
question.
please don't cut me off, sir.
Oh no,
Don't
I was going
cut
to
me
ask.
off
I was going
now,
to
sir.
ask you.
No,
No, I was going to
sir.
ask you
No,
something.
sir.
Like,
Not
what was
right
the
now.
crowd
Not
reaction?
right
What was
now,
the crowd
sir.
reaction?
Wait a minute, Bert. I'm not finished. Please don't cut me off. All I'm saying, you know, for all that rah-rah and celebrating and stuff that they were doing, y'all knew that that game wasn't won fair and square. It wasn't. Not easily, you know, people could say, well, it's just sour grapes or sore losing. No, that's not what that was. It's more than Peach County fans that are saying that what happened in that game was wrong, and it totally was. Savannah Christian ought to be ashamed of themselves. They robbed those kids. And I forgot what I was about to say. And it's not on you, Bird, but I was kind of thrown off a little bit there.
Oh, I was just going to ask, what was the crowd reaction
with
like?
what you were saying.
No, what was the crowd reaction like during that whole, when they were discussing it? Like, what was everybody saying, especially when they came back on the field for basically what was a fifth down? Like, what was everybody saying around you when that happened?
Well, it immediately turned to anger. Everybody was angry because we couldn't understand, you know, why wasn't Peach County offense going out there, and why wasn't Savannah Christian defense going out there? They were lining back up to retry. The mood of the game, of the energy, the mood changed. Even when Peach County came back and scored, you know, and tried to send the game into a field overtime, the energy just wasn't the same. It wasn't. When they scored that touchdown, it wasn't like a loud eruption from the crowd, because it was anger at that point. After the game, they cleared the Savannah Christian fans, the officials and everything. They left the game in a hurry.
Why are officials not held accountable? Like, when at the end of the game, college, high school, they always ask the coach what happened. Basically, why'd you lose the game? Why are officials nowadays not interviewed after the game, like by media, really? Like, I want to know what his explanation was of why were they granted that extra down? Because at that point, the Savannah Christian coach, all he tried to do was win the game. I mean, obviously they lost. I'm with you. Peach County should have won that game. Flat out, should have won that game.
Well,
that head coach went out there saying my kid tried to call a timeout. But that's the thing. The official should never allow him, one, to make that decision. I mean, this ain't college where you can video review crap like that. This high school, that play was over. Was there a whistle blown until the play was over? That's my question to you. Since you were there, was there a whistle blown?
When the play was over and the official waved, like, you know, they were saying, okay, Savannah Christian didn't score the touchdown. They blew the whistle and everything like a regular play. It was over. It was time for possession to change over to Peach County. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just don't make no sense. I mean, have you heard anything about Peach County sending that footage, like the GHSA, to review, like, anything?
I did. I heard a little bit earlier today. Now, we all know that it's not going to amount.
Yeah, it ain't going to change. Obviously, they can't do that now. But,
yeah,
I mean, I'm with you. Those officials, or at least the head official who allowed that to play out the way it did, he should have to answer for that. Give an explanation of why he granted that down.
It was horrible, man. It was horrible. They left that game in a hurry. I'm telling you.
I saw the video footage you put up today, and everything that was put up that was written about it, because I saw how close the game was. I was like, wow, that was a thriller. And I watched that. I'm like, no way that game ended that way.
If Peach County was going to lose that game, you don't lose it like that.
Nah.
Not like that.
Nah.
And I think it's disgusting.
I'd rather get blown out by 28 points and lose like that scenario.
They basically decided, the officials decided the game. In my opinion. You know, I'm pretty sure others may feel differently. But I don't know about that, Teak. I can't say what they would do or not. But those kind of questions right now, if the roles were reversed, I don't know, but I can only answer for what I witnessed. When I tell you how I felt like a father, a helpless father, I couldn't help my son. That's how I felt looking at the pain on those young men's faces because they knew they were wrong. Do you know what that feels like? And then for the coaches of like the strength coach from Savannah Christian, yeah, both teams, played great. They left it all on the field. Peach kind of left a lot of pain on that field. I can't believe I'm still in shock and can't believe it was allowed to play out like that. That was cowardly. That head coach of Savannah Christian should have known better. He should have never gone to the official and said, we tried to call a timeout before the ball was snapped. He should have never done that. What he should have done was coach his defense up and said, okay, y'all go out there and stop Peach County from scoring. That's what he should have done. Take the Christian. I'm not going to even go there. I'm just saying it was terrible.
At that point, if you want to call a timeout that bad, do the Kirby Smart. Run out there yourself. Don't tell your player to call it. Run out there yourself.
Look, Paul Wilson said he did his job. What job did he do, Paul? You saw the same thing we saw. See, comments like that, it basically saying the coach did what he had to do. It wasn't right what he did. That was wrong, man. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You cool, but I just echo going on.
Yeah, I was just unmuted. I won't speak when you get done.
I strongly disagree. I strongly disagree with that comment. Strongly disagree. That was the play was allowed to happen to completion and possession should have just turned over. That's basically what should have happened. They should have gave Peach County their rightful opportunity that they earned. They stopped them 4 times on the goal line. 4 times. Denied them. And yet Peach County was denied the reward of trying to win the game. So I'm going to ask you, Paul, give me a reasonable explanation that will make it okay what they did. Can somebody give me a reasonable explanation? Can you?
There's no reasonable explanation. People can give the answers they want to give, but no, there is no reasonable explanation of how that game unfolded.
Okay, real quick. If my wide receiver is dropping balls and I sneak and put some stickums on his hands so he can catch the ball, am I doing my job as a coach or am I cheating? A coach go to a official and tell him, oh no, we called a timeout. We want our down back. It's not doing his job. He's not a first-year head coach. This is not his first time being around football. Everybody, my little son, 8 years old, know, because he watched football with me all the time. On every level of football, timeouts has been called that wasn't awarded. And in no form or fashion do a timeout get reversed and say, oh, well, you know what? Yeah, we know that play happened, but timeout was called. It don't happen like that. It don't happen like that. So for a coach to go out on the field after he thought he scored a touchdown, I want to see him doing his job and all of these, it was the officials and all of these comments. If they had scored the touchdown, do he run to the official then and say, hey, we called a timeout? If the official, if he scored the touchdown and the official then said, no touchdown. You was calling a timeout. Do he feel like he did his job then? See, it's one thing for fans to be upset and hurt after your team has been cheated out of a chance to win and move on to the next round. This wasn't a regular season game. This was a playoff game. Them kids, seniors, their season is over with. It's okay with these fans. Guess what? We'll be right back next year watching Peach County football. But these seniors who fought, I got the stats sent to me today by the coach, and I look at this senior, number 2, playing linebacker, and the amount of tackles he had. I look at this senior, the wide receiver, and the amount of catches and touchdowns he's had. To bring this team back, to put them in a situation to play again on this Friday. Nobody is concerned about these kids because it ain't your team. It's all good when the shoe on the other foot. But all of you 912 and Savannah school areas, what happened when it happens to you? Because yes, we're very pissed off. Because guess what? This ain't the first. This ain't the second. This ain't the third time Peach County has been burned, not in regular season games, in championships and playoff games, where our season ended not because of we was outplayed, not because a team was better or we didn't come with all these dumbass don't put the game in the referee hand type scenarios, because a referee, an official, determined the outcome of the game. So until it happened to you, and you got to watch those kids, like Dro said, feeling like a helpless father that can't do nothing, seeing the hurt on a child's face that his high school career is over, not because he didn't perform, but because somebody took it from him, then and only then can y'all talk to me. Other than that, anything you're saying don't mean a hill of jackass shit to me. And I know it's Monday, but it is what it is.
Look here, Jabbar Green. Now, we've been talking all weekend, and I'm not upset with you or anything, but I just want to address your comment. At this point, and I know I am a proponent of, why put yourself in the situation and things like that. But given the circumstances right now, the fact that they didn't go for 2, the fact that they did go for 2, on their first touchdown of the game or whatever, that's irrelevant to the topic because of what the coach influenced and what the officials did. It's irrelevant. Peach County fought their way back into that game. They earned the right to try to win the game, not try to take it to another overtime, but to try to win the game, and it was taken from them. No matter how we slice it, no matter how many what ifs we come up with, what happened to them was not right. It wasn't. And if it was the other way around and the same scenario happened against Savannah Christian, it would not be right then either. It wouldn't. Like I said earlier, right is right and wrong is wrong. Those boys got robbed and y'all know it. You know it. As good as that game was in those overtimes, that controversy spoiled the whole game. And for the coach to go in these interviews and stuff like that, act like everything is hunky-dory and okay. You sat there and robbed some kids of something that they earned. They stopped your team 4 times on the goal line, and you took it from them. Your team did not deserve to have a 5th down. They didn't earn it. Those officials should not officiate another game the rest of this season or next season. They should be done. That was horrible.
And if I ever find out their names, I'm gonna call them out.
That's why I was saying earlier, like, coaches are criticized for losing the game. Players are criticized for losing the game or getting fumble ball. Why are officials nowadays, regardless of what level they coach at, why are officials nowadays not held accountable to get to calls that literally could cost a game?
let's be real. Again, if everybody can mute their mic, please. Let's be real. We've seen people score touchdowns that they call, not a touchdown. We've seen people not score a touchdown that they call touchdowns. We've seen phantom pass interference, phantom holdings. We've seen bad calls throughout our entire life of watching sports. I challenge anybody to tell me one time they have ever seen a timeout granted to a team on any level, from rec ball all the way to the pros, a timeout granted to a team and another play after the play was whistled dead. Like I said, I played football. A lot of y'all have played football. If anybody know, that line judge who stood right there while that wide receiver jumping around and all of this stuff right here, he did not award him that timeout. I have seen the ball snap, handed off. They being stopped short, but the play never happened because that line judge is coming in, blowing his whistle, waving his arm, saying no play, no play. Timeout was awarded. If you did not award that timeout, tell me one time that has ever happened in the history of sport. Now, that's what I challenge anybody who got anything to say crazy about that play.
Look, Al, you're a friend of the show. We go back a few years now, from the previous group to now this one. I get what you're saying, but I stand by what I said earlier. That coach knew that that play was over. And if he didn't, or if he felt like, okay, the officials, ignored my timeout, he would have made a ruckus about it before the ball was snapped. He don't have no business being a head coach otherwise. You saying if you was the coach, you would have done the same thing, you would take it. He didn't have no business taking it, Al. What he should have done was coach up his defense to get out there and try to stop Peach County from winning the game. That would have been the right thing to do, because Peach County earned it. They stopped his team. So basically, you're saying that you would be okay with cheating if you can get away with it, because that's what he taught his players. We cheated and we got away with it.
Yeah, and then not to interrupt you, Dro. That's the thing that's killing me of everybody who's never experienced that. I see in the comments people talking about we get cheated, Jabari. We get cheated all the time. Y'all don't understand that hurt of last second plays and determining the game and stuff like that. Again, Jabari and Pat Watkins saying, why y'all mad at the coach and all of this? Again, I make a reference. A coach is supposed to have integrity. This coach know the game, Pat. This coach know he was not awarded a timeout. This coach know that the play had went on. Why is this coach trying to get them to revert back to before the play happened like it never happened? Is on that coach. Because again, like I said, if my wide receiver is dropping balls, I know putting stickum on his hand is a form of cheating. Am I doing my job as a coach because I want him to catch the ball and I want to win, to put stickums on his hand? Am I telling him it's okay to cheat? It's okay to ask for stuff that I know I shouldn't be asking for. It's okay to accept things that I know I shouldn't be accepting because it benefits me, no matter who it hurts. What kind of coach? And that's what you want coaching your kids, Pat? Is that what you want coaching your kids? That don't make any sense to me for anybody who can say it ain't on the coach.
Something they're missing is the fact that this coach, whatever he said to those officials, because he had a conversation with them, they respotted the ball from the 15-yard line where Peach County was going to take possession. They respotted the ball and moved it back to the 1-yard line. So how is he not part of the problem here? Why y'all trying to absolve him of what they did wrong? I don't understand it. Can somebody help me understand?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly why, Dro. Because again, it's never happened to them. They don't understand that. They talking about because they getting 50 flags a game for calling holding and all of that stuff. But again, all of these people that talk about leaving it in the ref's hand and stuff, again, I made this point on Friday, Saturday, and I'll say it again. Every sport is won by 1 point or more. That's it. You're not going to be able to blow out everybody while Jabari is saying Cavalry and Benedict just blow out everybody. Yeah, when you got weak schedules and stuff like that, you can do that. But if I remember correctly, when Cavalry came up to Cedar Grove last year, they didn't blow them out. They got their ass blowed out. So if that game would have been a lot closer than what it was, and Cedar Grove was awarded something that caused them to beat Cavalry, then you can talk. When Benedictine lost to Cedartown, 1 point, if I'm not mistaken, maybe y'all can know a couple of years ago in the championship game, 28-27 or something like that. What if Benedictine had a chance to win that game and a call was called that was clearly not in the regulations of Georgia High School Association or football period? Then how would you feel? It's easy to point fingers and talk about something that you never experienced. It's easy, and I might jump off point here, but like I said, this shit is very frustrating. It's easy for somebody to sit on a bench as a judge and make laws about things that they never experienced and never had to go through. It's easy for y'all to point the finger and toot your nose at Peach County and say we so losers and we complain and we whine and we cry about shit. It's easy to say all of that, but until you experience it and have a different mind frame than what Peach County fans have right now, that's the only time you can say something. Other than that, you just on the outside looking in.
See, that's the thing. When it comes to all these high stakes games, playoff games are high stakes. It's win or go home. You lose, your season is over with. I'm gonna go back to a comment I just seen earlier. Somebody say that's why they say put the game away early. Well, I can tell you right now that's what you weren't saying. You weren't saying that the other day. As a matter of fact, you was at the game. You saw the same thing we saw. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back and say it again. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I wouldn't be sitting here saying all this today. Let's just say Peach County did get the ball at the 15 and they failed to score. Right? I think the game would have went into a fifth overtime then. We don't know what would have happened. But the bottom line is they cheated those kids out of an opportunity that they earned, and I'm done with it.
Well, let me chime in real quick, bro. I understand what people saying in the comment, but at the end of the day, y'all coming here with all this yang, this and that in the comment. But at the end of the day, this affected my child and his classmates. So you know what I mean? Like Yo said before, if you ain't never experienced this, then this shouldn't be nothing you should have anything to say about if you haven't experienced this. It's just coming from a father of a Peach County football player. You know what I mean? So, you know, if it like Yo said and Dro said, if you haven't experienced, you got to experience it to know how we feel. And going back to before the end of the game, before we caught the interception, we was moving the ball down the field. We was almost to the end zone. And then the coaches seen something they didn't like and went to the referee, and they moved the ball all the way back to the other side of the field. So that's when I noticed something wasn't going right. So, that's just my thought process of the whole situation.
Well, I got a question. Why we got to wrap this convo up? Why? Give me a reason.
Who said wrap the convo up?
He know who I'm talking to.
Whoever it is, I'm gonna tell you, like I tell everybody else, you don't dictate a damn thing on this show. If you don't want to hit listen, you can get the fuck off of here. But you don't dictate what we do and how we do it.
Jess, calm the fuck down.
Jess, it wasn't
No, listen, it was me, Jess.
It wasn't a listener, Jess.
Oh,
Same difference. Shit.
Shit, I got the fucking right to say that shit after last year.
Wait, hold.
Okay.
Wait a minute. No, you don't. Especially when we Jess, you put it so eloquently the other day. I'm gonna let you say it, Jess. What happened last season? What kind of support did Cedar Grove have from everybody?
They had overwhelmingly 90% support. Initially, there were some jokes, but they didn't quite land because we understood that was really, really messed up. So you know what? Less than 24 hours, nobody was making jokes about Cedar Grove. What it was the conversation switched from, yes, we really need instant replay in high school games. And oh man, we feel your pain because we were hit with a controversial call as well from an ugly ass referee. I've got his picture too and his name. But if I ever see you, mister, yeah, I'm on your ass. But anyway, we were very, very, very supportive. But here y'all go with your narcissistic behinds. Always got to make it about you. Talking about y'all wasn't like this when it happened to us. Just shut up.
And real quick, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
When that happened to you, my brother, you started a whole segment on our show about should there be instant replay. My brother, we talked for 3-4 days of shows about what happened to you all. My brother, we was not on here saying, can we wrap this up already? We didn't do you like that, bro. We stood by you. We stood by you, bro. We continued to let you post the things about instant replay and when it's supposed to be coming and why shit bringing up who talked about it in the interview where instant replay was mentioned and all kind. Bro, we stood right there beside you, bro. We can't get that back in return, bro.
We said, no, all right.
Hold on, I'm sorry, I had to mute my microphone for a second, bro. I ain't said nothing this whole time. I'm letting y'all get y'all spiel. What the fuck is this on the screen?
I'm gonna tell you what, Jabara, if you tired of get the hell on and make your own.
Y'all saying something on your screen about a possible audio disruption?
You remember that, don't you, Marquis? Because me and Yo remember. That what Yo talking about now. You remember that, and now look at how he want to act now. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Listen, we're gonna move on from it. And Jabari, you coming with the jokes, and that's what you supposed to do. So I mean, I ain't mad at you, man. But until it happens to y'all,
but you can get the hell on. You can get the hell on.
He been throwing.
Oh, you said something. Okay. Yeah, I see what's going on there.
Yeah, Thursday. That was from the game on NFHS of that Peach County and
Oh, they took that shit down. Yeah, they took that thing down.
Yeah, you see, they took it down. Yeah, I'm just showing what the show. Yeah, they took it down. Yeah.
Yeah, we already know that.
That has absolutely nothing to do with me and everything to do with the NFHS network. It has nothing to do with me or what I said, sir.
No, you good, Jabari. Trust me. We understand what it is, man. We understand, about the jokes and everything. Trust me, I think it's funny. I'm just pointing out, when something like that happens, because see, it can happen to somebody else's team. I mean, when is the GHSA going to do something about it? You know what I mean?
Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen in rounds 1 through 4. Because they don't have you show me a school outside of a 7A school that has the resources to make a difference.
Man, I'm just saying, maybe I don't know, bro. But I mean,
I'm just saying, no. No, real conversation, because the conversation is, the question now is, the only way to fix this is instant replay. A lot of
Yep.
schools
Nope.
don't, outside of 7A schools, don't have the resources to implement it.
What
At
about
home,
integrity, bro? What about integrity? What about teaching integrity? When that stop it?
That's on. Again, I go back to what I said. I don't know. I don't know if I said it Friday or Saturday, but if you feel, and this is to anybody that's listening to us, not just the panel, but anybody listening to it, you think you can do a better job and can do a better job, by all means, get out there and become a referee. We know
Bro,
we
but
need
that's my
better
issue.
referees.
That's my issue. Bro, that's my issue. Hold on, bro, because
Let me
okay.
finish. Let me finish. We know we need better referees out there on the field calling these games. It could be a better referee listening to us right now. GHSA is looking for referees. Get out there and make a difference. Call a better game. That's all I'm saying.
Did you say that
help
last
fix
year?
the problem.
Did you say
Help
that
fix the
last year?
problem.
Did you say that last year?
Thank you, bro. And thank you. And I know you might be echoing, but I was gonna say, Stevie fucking Wonder could have called a better game than that on that touchdown play with Sandy Creek over you all. You were hurt, bro. You didn't get out there and do no refereeing. You were out crying, hey, we short on referees. Why won't y'all go out and why is it now? Why is it now? And here's the crazy thing. This is the craziest thing that I said. Hold bro. I let you talk, bro. I let you talk. Now here's my crazy thing that I say to everybody whose team is moving on to the second. Your team is still playing. That's what you got saying. Your team is still playing. So I want to know what happened and if and when that happened to you all. I know what's gonna happen with your team on Friday, bro. You man, Benedict got whoever the hell they got, and anybody schedule. You don't know what these officiate, because the same officiate that's not gonna be docked, penalized, or any kind of way. That Peach County Sandy Savannah will be on somebody's field this Friday. No game. Do you know if that's going to be the crew that's going to probably call something on you? You don't know that. So to sit and try to act like this ain't what it is, and we did this, if it happened to you this come Friday, which I'm telling you, the see the hurt in those kids' eyes, I don't wish that on no child that suit up for any team in the state of Georgia or across this nation, because that's not right.
Bingo.
But if it happened to you, I hope you have that same mentality.
Bingo. Thank you.
Oh, I can speak now.
We can close the show in a minute.
Nah, I'm gonna put it like this. GHSA wasn't asked for referees last year. Now they're begging for referees this year. That's why I'm making a statement. If you feel you can do these games better, then by all means, please get out there, because we know we need them. We need you.
Okay, I'll check this real quick, bro. I'm going to Thomaston tomorrow. I got to work the Thomaston area tomorrow. I want to GHSA myself. You know what I'm saying? We had once before Dr. Hines set up for an interview. It never came through. Let's get him on the show and let's address this type stuff. So I'll begin with y'all as the panel after tomorrow, and we'll see if we can get Dr. Hines on our Wednesday show, and let's see how that's going to happen, because if he's not going to allow officials to be held accountable, he's the head honcho. So let's start holding him accountable until he can start figuring out a better way to get stuff handled.
How do we go about doing that?
How do we go about doing that? Oh, I the same way I set it up the first time. You know, hopefully he still give us the opportunity, because we missed the interview with him the last time. I do apologize. I had some stuff going on, but I'll go by there tomorrow while I'm in Thomaston. I'll sit down with him and try to schedule an interview with him at that time, and we'll try to get it done. So he's the head honcho. Let's see what he got to say about it.
Facts on that. Okay, I'm with you on that. But I am gonna say, Herbie, it ain't gonna happen.
I know
what Herbie is. What's
Go
up?
ahead, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying for Herbie's comment, it ain't gonna happen because, like I said before, a lot of schools don't have the resources to make it happen. Herbie, Herbie is talking about making instant replay throughout the whole playoffs. That ain't gonna happen.
It should, and it should because the NHFA is all of these games. It should. They got video evidence. They can see what's going on. There can be the GHSA got enough resources to where there can be somebody on standby on call that when questionable calls are being made like that, a challenging coach has the opportunity to call up to a GHSA official and say, "Hey, this is what just transpired. Check your website. This play just happened and went through. Coach complained about a timeout. It was awarded." We're not stepping out there on that field until this get taken care of. You can have that type of stuff going on. There's enough resources in the Georgia High School Association to where that can happen. And it don't even have to be bringing in cameras and all of that stuff.
This is a interesting comment.
Huh?
It says this person says they are a ref and that he knows how things can go. He said those officials as a crew blew it, and they probably won't get another game for the remainder of the playoff. That's something to pay attention to because they don't deserve it. Because I don't care how you slice it. He said it perfectly. They blew it. Point blank period. They blew it.
Now, with that being said, if I'm not mistaken, didn't the referee from last year say that they get graded on every game, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
that
that's
crew,
what's supposed to give them the opportunity to be in the playoffs.
that crew should have got a failing grade on that game based off of that one situation. So therefore, with what Mr. Smith is saying, that crew should not be in the playoffs no more.
Well, I was trying not to call the person's name, but you you just don't read the room, do you? I ain't trying to get him in trouble. I ain't trying
I
to
know
get
I ain't either, but you know, I mean, shit, but, hey, John
Who?
Doe, hey, yeah, that right there.
let's just end the show. Let's just go ahead and say good night and thank everybody for listening. Oh, you got any closing comments you want to make? Let's throw it to you first. You got anything you want to say?
Nah, good night, y'all.
All right, thirsty.
Nah, man, peace up, A-Town down.
All right, Big Mo. All right, I guess he away. But anyway, we want to thank everybody for listening in to the show tonight. We enjoyed you guys, and we'll see y'all Wednesday night. And y'all have a good evening.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Live podcast, photo and entertainment, and Middle Georgia sales and services.
But you hold on a sec. Hold on.